I slowly but surely got to realize that there was, for every good band you hear on the radio, there's probably 100,000 more that will never get heard. My Rural Radio started in probably late June, early July of 2009. My cousin Trampas Faree, another local musician, and I were regulars at an open mic. There's only a handful of people that can go to a bar on a Thursday night or a restaurant where you have live music because it's a school night, you know? So how can we get all of those other people that we tell about this amazing band that we saw to see them? What if we created a radio station? I said, I don't know anything about antennas, but I know about internet. I have a design studio, and that's what I do, is web design. That's my day job. So I said, I think we could create an internet radio.
Keeping it rural, myruralradio.com.
We don't turn any specific genre down. It can be bluegrass, straight up country, rock and roll, ska, whatever you got. We'll play it. As long as it doesn't have bad words in it and your kids can listen to it and it doesn't suck. Started off with our local friends and people we knew and having that music, and got the word out, and everybody kind of liked it, and they were telling their friends and they're telling their friends. A year and a half, some odd months later, we have 40,000, 50,000 listeners worldwide, and we get submissions, sometimes 100 a week, from all around the world. All the people on My Rural Radio and all the people in this musical community are actually, which separates us from a lot of other areas, are all friends. We create the radio and we start getting all this positive response. Trampas says, you know what, we should have a concert. You think we should do? I said, yeah, we should do a concert somewhere. 2 days later, I called him and said, hey, I talked to Dick Naylor at Naylor Winery. He's going to hook us up with the facility for a really great price as a contribution. He wants to know what our charity's going to be. Trampas's daughter, who had just had a brain tumor and all this like surgery and was at the Children's Miracle Network, Hiroshima Pediatric Unit, you know, myself having a brother who was handicapped. Children's Miracle Network, that's who we'll give the money to. We put that event together on that date, and after all the bills were paid, we were able to give, we thought was really nice, we had like $500. That night, I booked the next one, which was this past October 23rd.
That's all I have to give. And I know that you're leaving, but it's getting so much harder without you.
I called the Children's Miracle Network and I said, hey, my name is Mike Males from My Rural Radio. We made a donation to you last year. And she was like, yeah, I remember that. You gave us, yeah. I said, well, we just had another festival. And I'm pleased to tell you that we raised almost $4,000 this year, and we'd like to give it to you also. Everybody who made that day happen is who the check is on behalf of. Fall Fest 3, FF3, is actually slated for October 22nd, 2011. And I'd really like to do 10,000. We've got some other stuff up under our sleeve. Let's just say American Holler, which is currently the band name that I'm going under in my band of misfits. You might see something from American Holler that changes the face of what people really think it is. I'm a firm believer that one song can change your life. Every one of these musicians has a song that without, I don't remember what my life was like before that song. So that on a very small and an individual personal scale, how music can affect one person and one person's life, music can affect a whole lot more and a whole bigger circle of a whole lot of other people's life on behalf of the musicians and on behalf of music in general. We're trying to change lives on a bigger scale for the people who are going to be listening to it after we're dead and gone.
Thanks a lot.